There are two classes of people in the modern world. There is no middle class anymore. You are either a consumer or an architect. The system is designed to make you a consumer. Every app on your phone, every billboard you see, every piece of entertainment is engineered by psychologists to steal your two most valuable assets: your attention and your dopamine. You wake up, and the first thing you do is look at a screen. You consume news that makes you angry. You consume videos that make you laugh. You consume products to make you feel temporary status. You are bleeding energy into systems built by other men. You are the fuel for their machines. The architect does not consume. The architect builds the machine. Look at the device you are holding right now. The consumer looks at YouTube and sees entertainment. The architect looks at YouTube and sees a global distribution network. He sees a massive, automated pipeline that can deliver a product to 1 million minds simultaneously while he is sleeping. To escape the financial trap, you must cross the boundary. You must stop scrolling and start programming. I do not mean writing code. I mean programming human attention. Wealth in the modern age is not about owning factories or physical real estate. It is about owning digital real estate. It is about owning a piece of the human mind. When you build a system, whether it is a media channel, a piece of software, or an automated commerce network, you clone yourself. You take your knowledge, your strategy, and your execution, and you separate it from your physical body. A machine does not sleep. A machine does not ask for a vacation. A machine works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, executing your commands flawlessly across the globe. The weak man complains that the system is unfair. The elite man studies the system, finds the leverage points, and builds a machine that forces the system to pay him. The transition from consumer to architect is painful. It requires you to isolate yourself. It requires you to embrace boredom. You must lock yourself in a room and build in silence while everyone else is out chasing cheap dopamine. But when the machine is finished, you will never have to introduce yourself again. The machine will speak for you, and the machine will collect the money. If money is not created by hard work, then how is it made? The answer lies in a concept the top 1% use every single day: asymmetric arbitrage. To understand this, you must accept a dark truth about human nature. The masses are fundamentally lazy, impatient, and driven by immediate gratification. They want the result, but they despise the process. They want the dopamine hit of buying something new, the status of looking successful, or the relief of a solved problem. And they want it right now. This impatience is their weakness. And their weakness is your leverage. Money is simply the transfer of energy from the undisciplined to the disciplined. Look at history. During the gold rush of the 1800s, hundreds of thousands of men left their families, traveled across the country, and broke their backs digging in the dirt. They were doing the hard work. How many of them got rich? Almost none. Who actually made the millions? The men who sold the shovels, the men who sold the pickaxes, the men who built the saloons and the hotels. The miners were gambling on a dream. The shovel sellers were extracting wealth from the miners' desperation. The elite man does not dig for gold. He controls the infrastructure. He stands at the toll booth. In the modern digital economy, this principle is multiplied by 1 million. You do not need to invent a groundbreaking product. You do not need to be a visionary genius. You only need to find the gap between a human desire and the friction of getting it. People are terrified of missing out, so they buy information. People are too lazy to cook, so they pay a premium for a delivery app. People crave status, so they buy a logo stamped on a cheap piece of fabric. The masses are consumers. They bleed money to feed their emotions. You must step outside the matrix of the consumer. You must become the architect. You position yourself precisely between their pain and their desired solution, and you charge a toll for the crossing. You are not trading your time for a paycheck anymore. You are trading solutions for their laziness. And human laziness is an infinite resource. The amateur believes he must invent something to get rich. He spends years of his life, empties his bank account, and bleeds himself dry trying to build the perfect product. He takes 100% of the risk. The elite man knows that creation is a trap. Creation carries the risk. Distribution carries the power. You do not need to build the factory. You only need to control the door. Welcome to the empire of the middleman. Look at the titans of the modern world. The largest transportation company on earth owns no cars. The largest hospitality company owns no hotels. The largest media platforms create no content. They do not own the product. They own the access to the product. They are the architects of greed. They built a digital bridge connecting a human desire to a provider, and they take a cut of every single transaction that crosses that bridge. To execute the wealth extraction system, you must become the bridge. Find a starving crowd. Find the food. And stand directly in the middle. In the digital underworld, this is called arbitrage. It is affiliate marketing at the highest level. It is building a service agency where you do none of the work. You find a business that is desperate for customers. You find customers who are desperate for a solution. You connect them using automated systems, and you extract your percentage in the dark. You have zero inventory. You have zero manufacturing costs. If the product fails, you simply switch to a new one. You carry no risk, yet you hold all the leverage. The peasants are busy fighting each other on the factory floor, trying to build a better mousetrap. The elite are sitting in the control room, directing the traffic. You do not need to be a creator. You need to be a connector. You need to map the psychology of the market and manipulate the flow of the money. Once you build this bridge, there is only one step left. You must automate it, multiply it, and remove yourself from the equation completely. You have found the target. You have identified the gap. You have built the bridge, but if you must stand on that bridge every single day to collect the toll, you are still a prisoner. You have just built a slightly better cage. The final evolution of the wealth extraction system is leverage. Archimedes said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." The amateur believes he must do everything himself. His ego tells him that nobody else can do it as perfectly as he can. Because of this, his income is forever capped by his own energy. When he sleeps, the money stops. The elite man removes himself from the equation entirely. He becomes a ghost in the machine. How do you achieve absolute leverage? You use the holy trinity of the modern age: media, code, and labor. First, media. A video, a piece of content, or a digital asset is a soldier that never sleeps. It works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, infiltrating the minds of the masses across the globe, bringing them back to your toll booth. Second, code and artificial intelligence. You do not need to hire a massive team of humans who complain, demand days off, and make mistakes. You deploy AI to write your copy, automate your emails, manage your customer flow, and calculate your profit. AI is your tireless digital army. And finally, labor. For the tasks that machines cannot do, you buy the time of the peasants. You pay them a fraction of the value they generate because they are desperate for security, and you hold the keys to the system. You combine these three forces to create a leverage matrix. The system runs on automated code. It is fed by endless digital media, and it is maintained by cheap labor. You sit at the center, completely detached. You do not touch the product. You do not talk to the customer. You simply monitor the data and extract the capital. You have disconnected your time from your money. You have conquered the matrix. The peasant's trap is designed to keep you poor, tired, and obedient. But now, you have the blueprint. Stop trading your life for a paycheck. Build the bridge. Deploy the leverage. And become the architect. If you are ready to execute the wealth extraction system, type "I am the leverage" in the comments below. Welcome to the TED-UI operating system. Subscribe to the channel, master the code, and stay cold.